Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. I'm Jimmy Dale Abrams, along with Jimmy Holmes and producer Jeb, producer Robert, and our staff back at TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network as we get set for high school football tonight, live from Legion Stadium. It's the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week, and of course, Sylacauga hosting Valley tonight. And Jimmy, we hadn't worked together in a little while, but Sylacauga's having a pretty good season.
They are, Jim, and you got to start at the top, and that's their head football coach and athletic director. He's done an outstanding job here with the Aggies, and been here 9 to 10 years now, and Matt's just an outstanding individual. He works hard with the kids, and the kids respect him, and they play hard for him, and that's where it all starts with your head football coach. And again, we tip our hat to Matt for the job he's done here at Sylacauga High School.
The Miller Lumber Company pregame show tonight as the Aggies host Valley, and Sylacauga with a big win on the road last week against Talladega. Another region game tonight against Valley, and Valley's not having too good of a year.
Well, Jim, they're 2-7 overall, and they are the Valley Rams. I remember back in my playing days, we played against them, and they have some pretty tough kids from down around Lynette, Alabama. So Sylacauga, I'm sure, is not overlooking this bunch. If you go overlooking some to get to another, you'll run into a major problem. But I know that Coach Matt Griffith got these kids prepared to play, and I look for a good game from Sylacauga tonight.
Sylacauga and Valley from Legion Stadium. Sylacauga the favorite tonight, and talked to Coach Griff this morning. He talked about Valley being a big football team, being a physical football team, but they're not very swift of foot, and he thinks that Sylacauga can take advantage of that with the Sylacauga speed. And, Jimmy, Sylacauga's been able to balance their offense with throw and run. That's helped them have more success this season.
Jim, they got speed to burn. There's no question about it. They got good receivers, and they got good kids that can tote the mail for them. So Sylacauga is a well-balanced offensive football team.
And they begin with quarterback Keaton Wilson. He's a senior, and he's really come on this year. And as noticed last week, he threw the football much better. And when you can throw and run, and you've got that backfield back there behind Wilson, and you got Mickey, and you got Keith, there's some great football players back there. And so Valley's going to have a tough time with the Aggies tonight here at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. The Aggies and Valley Rams coming up from the stadium on the Alabama Cable Network and TV 47. When we come back, Coach Matt Griffith will join us here on the pregame show brought to you by Miller Lumber Company. The Alabama ALS Walk is coming to Birmingham Saturday, October the 28th. Sign up at 10, the walk at 11. Purchase your Team Raising Cane t-shirts honoring Christy Cane, former educator at Sylacauga High School. Fundraising helps buy equipment for people diagnosed with ALS. Text your order for Raising Cane ALS t-shirts to Randy Cane 256-521-4002. Let's help Team Raising Cane help honor Christy's memory today. Thank you.
Do you need photo or video services for a special event? Shoot First Media does that. Need promotional materials for your product or instructional videos for your industry? Shoot First Media does that too. Need help editing and reproducing your own photos or videos? Or how about transferring those old home movies from tape or film? You guessed it, Shoot First Media does that. For these and many other services, call Shoot First Media today at 256-404-1587.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Some things change and some things don't. From the beginning, Wright Tire and Service has been all about quality products and first-class service. From great tires at a super price to the expert car service that you want for your family. Oil changes, front-end alignment, brake work, and much more. You can count on our experienced professionals to give you quality work at a fair price. Tires and a whole lot more at Wright Tire and Service on West Fort Williams, next to Robo Motors.
It is 20 minutes after the hour. Our Coach's Corner segment with Coach Matt Griffin, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. Nice win over Talladega Friday night, and your thoughts on that victory?
Well, we did exactly what we needed to do. I mean, we preached our kids all week. Talladega was an improved football team. They're very athletic, very fast. The biggest thing was to come out fast and hit on all cylinders quick. And so, and when somebody's trying to build a program, if you come out and then you put doubt in their mind early, if you come out explosive, we really felt we should have been 35-6 at halftime. It was 28-6. So our offense, I think we punted one time, but we had, so we were very, very pleased at how we came out. Second half we came out, we scored very quickly to put the game away, and then it was a lot of running clock. We knew we had the game under control, and but you have to have hats off to them. In the years past, those kids would have laid down, and we probably would have scored 2 more times, but they kept battling. You could tell that there's a difference in what's being tolerated and what's not being tolerated over there.
Some of the highlights of Friday night's win over Talladega at Mary Dumas Stadium. The Aggies come out, and it begins with your quarterback again. Yeah,
Keaton does a great job on option. There was a great shot right there to Dalen Keith.
You talk about the mix of the throw and run is getting better and better?
It gets better and better, and as he gets more confident right there, for him to read the option as well as he runs the option and not play last year is tremendous, because that is a lifetime of working with kids to be able to run those kind of plays. So he's doing very well. This was a heck of a return by Dalen Keith. Dalen's having a heck of a year. He really is. A lot of folks don't know, Dalen's our backup quarterback as well. That was a called counter. They were shifting everything there, and that's another called counter by Keaton. And so he does a really good job. People have to account not for 2 backs, but 3 backs once we get inside the 10.
Sylacauga, a big win over Talladega Friday night. And defensively, your thoughts on the game?
I think we continue to improve defensively. I think the last 2 games we've given up 14 points, both games. And, Talladega was scoring 35 to 40 points a game. So I think our defense continues to improve. And you know what? And it's all about our linebackers growing up. And I keep saying it, we're playing a lot of sophomores. We're playing a lot of sophomore ends and sophomore linebackers. And it has made us do some things that we have not done in some years past. I mean, there is never a day that goes by that we don't run tackling stations now, because that young kid has to have that muscle memory. And we kind of took that for granted earlier in the year. We took the bye week to get a lot of things fixed. We haven't gotten away from it. And now we're tackling a little better.
Offensively, scoring a lot of points.
Yeah, we are. But I tell you, we've not tapped our total potential offensively. We've not really, where we've thrown the ball 18 or 20 times and really put pressure on you. And I'm telling you, we are continuing to improve offensively, and the sky's the limit once we really hit our groove with that offense. And especially as small as we are up front, we've got a gritty bunch of kids. They're fun to watch.
Sylacauga, big win over Talladega in a region matchup. Another one looms tomorrow night with Valley here at Sylacauga.
It does, and I tell you, they're all concerning. They're all big games. It's a big, big physical football team. They're struggling this year. They got a new coach. They struggled last year. But this may be the biggest football team up front and the biggest linebackers that we've seen. Now, we're quicker and faster than they are, but it may get tough before we can wear them down to run between the tackles right now.
With the balance that Sylacauga is presenting with the run and throw, what do you try to put in an opponent's mind about, hey, we gotta be careful here because they can run our throw.
My philosophy and our philosophy in football, it's always been a known with most coaches that it's very, very hard to stop option football and somebody that can throw it to, because it's assignment football. You're putting an outside linebacker in conflict, whether he's got flats or whether he's got pitch on the option. Now, it's very hard to teach and be good at both. You know, you watch Georgia Tech, you watch Navy, they struggle sometimes throwing the football, where we're a little more multiple in the shotgun. We run more of an old style Rich Rodriguez, Urban Meyer when he was at Florida style offense. But under center, we're very much like Georgia Tech and Navy. But you're putting defenses in conflict, and they can't pack the box to get the extra safety to stop an option if the threat of going deep and the threat of the throw. And so you're keeping guys where you know them. And if we know where you are, then we can attack you.
Very successful year so far for Sylacauga. The one region loss to Beauregard, and Beauregard's beating everybody, the defending state champion. There's some folks surprised that Sylacauga is doing as well as they have done so far.
Yeah, we told our kids at the beginning of the year, you know, this happens every year that you have a senior-led group graduate. I remember when Kelsey and Kyle Pope graduated, the entire school said, well, you're going to have a hard time winning without that group. And Matt Collier and Brantley Carr and all that group came through, and we won 8 games. When Hunter Johns and T.J. Green and all that group graduated, well, then here came Jordan, but here came Alex, and we continued to win. Well, we lost Alex, and then there was 26 seniors off last year's team. We had to replace 9 starters on offense, 8 on defense. But it's all about an off season. It's all about spring. It's all about putting the kids in the right place, and it's about a kid's work ethic. You know, they're bound and determined that their group's not going to be the first group to have a losing season. They're not going to be a group to not win 7, 8 games, and they really want to win more than that. This is
eight games is a great season for a lot of teams. But Sylacauga not satisfied with that.
Well, we're never satisfied. I remember having a couple years ago having a conversation with the superintendent, and I wanted to convey to him very quickly that, you know, we're always striving to win all of them. You know, now, are we satisfied? No. Are we very pleased when kids continue to win 7, 8 games? Well, absolutely. There's programs everywhere that's a great year, and it's a good year for us too. But we want to get over that 8-win hump. We want to get out of the first round. We want to make noise in the state because we want the state to know that we are a predominant school. You want people to talk about you not as a good program, but as a great program.
With a win tomorrow night, if Sylacauga is fortunate enough to win, it'd be very difficult to keep you out of the playoffs.
Right.
But, you know, there's a number 2 seed in there later in the year that you can accomplish.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we've got to take care of business Friday night, and we don't look past anybody. I've seen no film on Clay. We don't do that. Even in the bye week, I refused to watch anything on Talladega. Everything was concentrated on Childersburg. Everything right now is concentrated on Valley. You know, but with a win Friday night, you're 6-1. You're sitting right there that you've probably qualified for the playoffs, and now you've set yourself up to battle for positions. We want a home playoff spot. We want to host the first round of the playoff at our new stadium. You know, we wanted to last year. You know, and Clay was a dogfight. That's probably the most physical game I've coached in a long time. This one Friday night against Valley will be physical just because that they're big and they're very, very strong and they're a physical football fan.
How do you get the football in the hands of your speed guys against a slower Valley team?
Right, well, it's a million different ways. We've got 3 guys at any time can get outside. You know, and our schemes are set up to go inside or outside. You know, now we're a little worried right now. Deshaun Looney's been battling flu all week. We don't know if we're going to let him play Friday night. We're going to play that by ear Friday morning. He has been held out of practice all week. But that gives a guy like Jordan Ridgeway, that gives a guy like Philemon Jones, We've got some other guys that are chomping at the bit to get on the field. It gives them a great opportunity to play. So, yeah, we're going to get the ball outside, but we're going to continue to do what we do. You're still going to have to defend every gap.
With sicknesses and injuries as we're through the halfway point of the season, it gives other opportunity, not just for now, but for the future for some of these guys.
Absolutely. You know, it's always, we tell kids, you're always the next man up. You never know when a turned ankle and now you're the starter. And you also, when you take a Ridgeway or Philemon Jones, well, there's your two backs for the future.
Good football players.
Very much so. You know, they've been dominating on B team on Monday nights. I've been trying to get them as many reps as I can there. We try to get them in the games as much as possible on Friday night. And look, they're swapping in every 2 plays during a Team O, because you've got to build that depth and you've got to build your future so that you can continue to win every year. It's always the next year and the next year that you really are planning for 4 years in your program every time.
Wow.
You know, we've got 8th grade, we've got a running back and a quarterback down there, and there's really 2 running backs, and we're already where they're going to be in the 9th grade, where they're going to be in the 10th grade, so that it's really a 4-year plan at all times that your program keeps getting fed. And that's why it's so important. You better know every kid 7th through 12th.
All right, Sylacauga 5-1, big region matchup against Valley. Kick at 7 o'clock at Legion Stadium. That is our game of the week. Coach, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for having me.
Coach Matt Griffith, the head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. More Daybreak with our star student of the month right after this. Kusa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Kusa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Kusa Valley Medical Center. The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores. At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. Nope, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. Welcome back to Legion Stadium. Sylacauga hosting Valley tonight, and you heard Coach Griff talk about his football team and about the opponent tonight, and it's Miss SHS night tonight, and Jimmy, they just concluded and announced a winner.
Yes, Miss Mackenzie Hosey has been named the 2017-2018 Miss SHS, so we want to say congratulations to Mackenzie. She's well deserved.
Let's head down to the field for the national anthem. The national anthem performed by the Sylacauga High School marching band. We're just moments away from the kickoff of Sylacauga and Valley. This is the Miller Lumber Company pregame show here on WOIL and TV 47. And Jimmy, what a beautiful night for football.
It is. It's unseasonably warm for this time of year, but I'll take it. It's it'll be a good night. The kids will play hard, I know, on both teams, and expecting a real good football game from both Sylacauga and the Valley Rams.
One of the good things about this time of the year, a year after the sun sets, it cools pretty quickly and it's more tolerable for high school football.
Yes, it does, Jim. And again, with the forecast right now says for next week it may be back to normal temperatures, but right now it's still pretty warm in the Marble City.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were looking at Valley warm up, they were dressed in blue.
Yeah, they just had on blue T-shirts. Their colors are blue and orange, and I don't know if that's because they're located down close to Auburn University or not, but their school colors are blue and orange.
They got dressed mainly in white, looks like.
Yeah.
With Valley coming in, this region with Sylacauga and Talladega and Valley, and everybody's looking up at Beauregard.
Well, Jim, I know Beauregard beat this bunch from Valley about 45-0, and so I'm telling you, Beauregard is the class of this region. There's no question about it.
Our pregame continues. When we come back, we've got the starting lineups. Brought to you by Reaching the World Bible Church. We're at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Back with those lineups right after this. Curtis & Son Funeral Home has been around since 1975, and we are committed to being there for the people of this area. At Curtis & Son, we understand that funerals can be a financial burden. We never want price to determine what funeral home you choose. We will gladly match any other funeral home's prices, including casket stores and cemeteries. We do this in honor of the hundreds of families we have served in the past. It is only fair that we do a little extra to make sure you know we will be there when you need us most.
Ron Johnson has been serving the people in the Kusa Valley for over 38 years. As a voice for the citizens of District 33, he has been a champion for the schools and their athletic programs. Ron Johnson proudly supports the teams competing every Friday night here in District 33. So good luck and have a great season.
And welcome back to Legion Stadium. I'm Jimmy Holmes. We'll have the Reaching the World Bible Church, where the Reverend Henry Looney presides, and here are your probable starting lineups. We do have a roster for the Rams, but we do not have a starting lineup, so we'll go with the offensive unit for the Sylacauga Aggies. At left tackle, number 59, he is a senior, Cody Helm. At left guard, wearing number 52, Corey Hodges. Corey is a senior. At center, number 57, Luke Honeycutt. He is a junior. At right guard, number 51, Austin Allen, also a junior. At right tackle, number 56, Nick Price. Nick is a senior. At a wide receiver, number 2, Bailey Ward. Bailey is a senior. At an X receiver, number 8, Brady Davis. Brady is a junior. At a Z receiver, Dalen Keith. He is a junior and he wears number 4. At a B-back, number 31, DeMarcus Mickey. And DeMarcus is a senior. The sophomore, number 5, is an A-back, Jordan Ridgway. And at quarterback, a senior, wearing number 7, Keaton Wilson. And the kicker for the Sylacauga Aggies is a senior and a good one, number 19, Riley Keith. Now for the defensive side of the football for the Sylacauga Aggies, at a defensive end, number 55, is Zane Smith. Zane is a junior. At the other end, number 59, Cody Helm. Cody is a senior. At a tackle, number 90, Christian Jones, a senior. At a tackle, number 44, Devontae Green, a senior. At a Sam linebacker, number 15, Rusty Kraft. At the Mike linebacker, number 45, Chase Ivy. At the wheel linebacker, number 34, Torrey Harris. At one of the corners for the Sylacauga Aggies, he wears number 30, Rod Milner. At the other corner, number 14, Tommy Gaddis. Tommy is a senior. The safeties are number 28, Vontae Graham. He is a senior. At a safety, number 9, DeMarco Campbell. And doing the punting for the Sylacauga Aggies is number 2, Bailey Ward, and Bailey is a senior. Those are your probable starting lineups for the homestanding Sylacauga Aggies.
And Reach of the World Bible Church announces their annual Hallelujah Night on Wednesday, October 25th from 6 till 7. And they're going to have all kind of fellowship and fun and food and games, goodie bags, and a spectacular cake and pie walk, too. And all of that over at Reach of the World Bible Church on North Cannon Avenue. And a lot of churches having the fall festivals. And this is annual Hallelujah Night over at Reach of the World Bible Church on October 25th from 6 until 7 o'clock. Reach of the World Bible Church presents our starting lineups tonight.
And Jim, you know, you and I both know Brother Henry quite well. Just a great individual, and we ask that you please go out and just support the functions that he provides over at the Reaching the World Bible Church. Mr. Henry Looney, great man.
And, of course, Sister Ella, she's a co-pastor
Yep.
there, and we certainly don't want to leave her out. They're
No,
a tag team right there, so be a part of that if you possibly can. Your starting lineup is brought to you by Reaching the World Bible Church. The Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week, and as we head down to the field, Toots, you got the captains for Sylacauga.
Yes, I do. Number 9 for the Sylacauga Aggies.
It's DeMarco Campbell.
It is DeMarco
Yeah.
Campbell. I was having trouble seeing him. Also for the Sylacauga Aggies, number 57. That would be Luke Honeycutt. And also number 52, Corey Hodges. Those are your captains for the Sylacauga Aggies.
Sylacauga coming in with an outstanding season so far. Their lone blemish is to Beauregard. Beauregard, the defending 5A state champions. And Sylacauga has an opportunity if they can win out to finish as the number 2 seed, and that would mean home field advantage.
Yes, it would. You know, they would get to play the first game at home. And of course, you're certainly hoping nothing but good things for Matt Griffith and the Sylacauga Aggies, and you would love to see them host a playoff game. I know the last few years that they've been in the playoffs, they've had to travel, and it would be good if Sylacauga could win out and get that number 2 seed and play at home in the first round.
Coach Matt Griffith in his 13th year as head football coach and athletic director at Sylacauga High School. And last year was a senior-laden team. I think it's 23 seniors they lost last year. And a number of people thought, well, this year's team can't rebound as quickly. But doggone, here they are again.
I don't know where he gets them from, but I'll tell you, he got some kids that'll play, and that's always good. You know, Jim, you start at the top and with the head football coach, and he surrounds himself with good assistant football coaches, and that means nothing but good things for the Sylacauga Aggies.
The Aggies win the toss. They elect to receive. Valley will be kicking from north to south as we get set for this region matchup between the Sylacauga Aggies and the Valley Rams. And as you mentioned, Valley over in East Alabama, about as close to the Georgia border as you can get.
Yeah, you can just about throw a rock from their school and hit the Georgia line, and I've had the misfortune of going over there a time too, and it's not a real good place to go play football.
Sylacauga coming in tonight, and they've got a couple of injured players, but other than that, they're in pretty good shape. Sylacauga about to make their way out onto the playing surface at Legion Stadium in Sylacauga, and everybody that comes that is a visitor to our city and comes to a football game at Legion Stadium goes away so impressed with the beautiful facilities here.
Well, Jim, you know, the community, the city puts on a good, a welcoming committee puts on a good show here for the visitors who come into our town, and they see nothing but good things, and that speaks well for our city council, our mayor, and all those fine people who help make this a nice place to come to.
The Sylacauga Board of Education and Talladega County Board of Education partnered with the remodel of Legion Stadium. Both teams play their home games on this field. And so we salute them and appreciate their work in our community. Sylacauga will receive. Coach Matt Griffith wanted to get the football right away and get his offense on the field, and they can throw and run, and it'll be a challenge for the Valley Rams to slow them down tonight.
Well, Jim, they're going to have their hands full. The option offense that Sylacauga runs, it's very unpredictable. You don't know if the quarterback's going to keep it. Wilson we're talking about. You don't know if Mickey's going to get it. You just don't know if he's going to pull it out and wear up and throw a deep pass or an out pattern. So they got a very good offensive unit here at Sylacauga.
Sylacauga will send number 4, and that's Dalen Keith. He's a junior, and he has got blinding speed, too, back in safety at about his 5-yard line. Also back there with him is Milliner and Jordan Ridgway. The Valley Rams will kick off. Sylacauga will get the football to start the game. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network. Valley loads up to kick it away. And that is Etherton to kick it. And it's taken by the up man, and that is Ridgway. And Ridgway's got a seam. Ridgway out across the 40-yard line.
That's a good return. You know, it wasn't a very long kick by the Rams, but number 7, Marshall, was in on the stop for the Rams from down in Valley.
So first down for Sylacauga, and they're led by senior quarterback Keaton Wilson. And he can run that option, that's for sure.
Does a great job with it, Jim.
It'll be first down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Handoff coming to Mickey, and Mickey's on the outside, down the sideline, 40, 35, 30, foot race. Not much of a challenge. Touchdown for Sylacauga, and Decarius Mickey on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, about 60 yards. Boy, that's what you call lightning in a bottle in a hurry. As number 31, Mickey just, boy, he ran to the end zone very untouched.
And Coach Griffith talked about Sylacauga's speed versus the size of Valley, and it showed there.
It did, Jim. They walled off the corner on the left offensive side of the Sylacauga offensive line, and nobody laid a finger on him. Once he turned the corner, it was nothing but white stripes.
Riley Key to attempt the point after a 60-yard touchdown run by Decarius Mickey. Place down, kick up, and the kick is true. So with just 20 seconds off the clock in the first quarter, Sylacauga leading by a score of 7-0, and that's how you want to start a football game.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you could draw it up any better than that, I don't know what it would be. They've done a great job of getting that thing walled off and getting it blocked, and Mickey done the rest.
Mickey has gotten better and better as the season progresses. He can run inside and outside. And he showed his speed there, and then you mentioned the blocking by Sylacauga's offensive line and their wideouts to spring him loose. And after he got down the sideline, there was no contest.
No, he really picked him up and put him down, and nobody laid a finger on him.
So Sylacauga leading 7-0, and some people just getting in their seats here at the stadium.
Well, they've yet to put the score on the scoreboard, but
we know, don't we?
We know.
7-0, Sylacauga over Valley. And just a portion of the scoreboard is operable, and Sylacauga kicking off. Taking in at the 12-yard line. Across the 20. And spinning across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And that is DJ Dunn on the return for the Valley Rams.
And Torrey Harris in on the stop for the Sylacauga Aggies.
So 31-yard line is where Valley starts, and trailing by a score of 7-0. As the Aggies get a 60-yard touchdown run from Decarius Mickey on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the size on that bunch over there in the white shirts, they pretty good size on that bunch.
Josh Bledsoe is a quarterback. And Bledsoe gives to the halfback, and he tries to skirt outside.
He's got running room.
That is Hutchison out to near the 38-yard line.
And
left end.
Devontae Green in on the stop for the Aggies.
So pickup of 7, second down and 3.
There to make the stop for the Aggies.
Sylacauga defensively with Smith, Ham, Jones, and Green along the front 4. They run a little flip to the split end, and he crosses the 40 and taken out at the 41-yard line. Sylacauga missed a tackle, but Stephen Coker is the runner there, and Sylacauga had him, but let him get away.
Jimmy had it walled off back there on the back, and on the back end, he cut inside, and one missed tackle, and he got him a first down, or is it going to be very close?
The officials indicate it is a first down, so it'll be at the 41-yard line for the Valley Rams, trailing 7-0. Sylacauga out front very early. And Valley brought a pretty good crowd from over in East Alabama.
Yeah, it's about a 90-mile trip from over there, Jim, to here, so they follow their Rams.
Quarterback keeper, and that's DJ Dunn, and he breaks one tackle across the 45 to midfield. Sylacauga with a little shoddy tackling there.
Yes, it was. Lane Smith hit on the stop, but a few tackles were missed.
DeMarco Campbell, one that had a shot at him and missed him. So it's second down and very short.
The Rams not having any trouble moving the ball here.
Right.
They've had one first down already and very close to their second one.
This is Dunn at quarterback now, and he rolls to throw and throws it, and it is caught, and he threw it into some traffic, but a nice throw and a nice catch by Randall.
But he got away with it.
Oh, that's Booker on the reception, excuse me. He just kind of threw a Hail Mary up there a little bit. Sylacauga had some guys around it, but it drops right into Booker's hands for another first down at the Aggie 40-yard line.
Milliner was in on the stop for the Aggies. But again, another first down, and the Rams are moving the football.
Dunn is a 6'2 junior, DJ Dunn at quarterback. And he leaves it with the big halfback, and that is Hutchinson again. He bangs inside the 40 to the 36.
See, number 54 and number 53 getting up off the stack.
Darian McElrath there to make the stop for the Aggies.
McElrath in on the stop for the Sylacauga Aggies.
So we'll pick up a 4, second down and 6. Sylacauga jumps offside. Their tackle jumped a little early, and that'll cost the Aggies 5 yards.
Going to make it very manageable here on second down after the 5-yard mark off.
And you know, for years we saw Sylacauga do that very same thing with their offense. So second down and a yard.
Second down and 1.
Now they go with a conventional quarterback, that is Bledsoe. Bledsoe goes back to Hutchinson off right tackle. He's got the first down to the 20-yard line, or 22-yard line.
Hutchinson at right end.
That was Milliner on the stop, number 30 for the Aggies.
Connor Maxwell getting there to make the stop for the Aggies.
You know, when you got your safety coming up to make tackles,
You got a problem.
yeah, that's another first down at the 20-yard line.
The Rams are moving the football, and then they have thrown but one pass.
Got Harrison in there at fullback. They go back to Hutchinson on the other side, and what a hole for him at the 10. Breaks a tackle to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Valley Rams. Valley moving the ball well against this Sylacauga defense at the 6-yard line, first and goal.
Gaddis get on the stop. They have to go in a hurry.
This quarterback 6'2", 215.
Big kid.
They go back to Hutchinson,
fullback.
touchdown. He goes in almost untouched.
Yes, he did.
So a 6-yard touchdown run.
It took Sylacauga one play, Jim, but Hutchinson has made it a 7-6 ball game with a PAT yet to come.
So Hutchinson, a nice drive by the Valley Rams.
Well, it's I think about a 70-yard march, Jim, that they took, and just took it down the field and threw the ball one time. The rest of it was on the ground, and they put it in the end zone. And
Daniel
Etherton to attempt the point after. Out of the hold of Culpepper. Placed down, whistles blow.
waved it off. The
Flag
kick was
down.
good, but offsides.
Wow.
Sylacauga.
Dead ball. Offsides. The call against the Aggies.
Well, they'll kick it again, and sometimes it makes it a little more difficult the closer you get to the goal line to kick it through.
Really? Well, they didn't accept the penalty. They're going to kick it from the same spot.
All right. Move it back to the 3 again.
They declined it.
Valley.
So the point after again will be attempted by Etherton. Sylacauga 7 and Valley 6. So one possession by each team, touchdowns. Placed down. Kick is on the way, and the kick has got plenty of distance, and it is good. So with 8:23 to go in the first quarter, Sylacauga and Valley tied at 7. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 of the Alabama Cable Network. Town and Country Cleaners, West Fort Williams and Sylacauga, Cherokee Road in Alexander City, understand the business of life. Your dry cleaning is our specialty, whatever the season may be. Mondays, 5 laundry shirts, $8.25. Tuesday, 2-piece suits, $6.50. Wednesday, regular dresses, $6.50 each. And Wednesday and Thursday, pants, $3.25 each. From uniforms for officers to cheerleaders to band, we handle them all. Town and Country Cleaners, Sylacauga and Alexander City. From our friendly staff, we say
Thank you.
Well, the Valley Rams answered the Sylacauga Aggies with an impressive drive of their own and have tied this game up, Jimmy, 7-7.
Sylacauga on one play went 60 yards. The Valley Rams, it took a little longer to go the 70 yards they went, but everything knotted up.
Sylacauga will receive the kickoff. And it's down the field and taken in at the 22-yard line by Bailey Ward. And Ward is hit and knocked down at the 38-yard line.
Good field position, Jim, for good start field position for the Aggies to start their second offensive set.
Bailey Ward was hit at the 33-yard line and just kept driving to the 39. It'll be 1st and 10 Sylacauga from there. See, Sylacauga goes back to Mickey. He got a high average of carries, didn't he?
Yeah, 1 for 60 is not bad.
Wilson ready to take the snap. He does keep it himself this time, and Mickey's outside too. Excuse me. That is Wilson. It's a foot race. Wilson breaking a tackle to the 22-yard line.
Wilson at left.
You know, Jim has 2 offensive plays, and they've got nearly 100 yards rushing. So you got to like their productivity here early on.
20-yard line for the Aggies, 1st and 10. This thing keeps going like this, you're going to have a calculator to keep up with everything.
Isn't that the truth?
Wilson looking to get the play from the Aggie sideline. We're tied at 7:57 to go in the first quarter. Wilson gives to Mickey. Mickey crashes inside to the 15-yard line.
That's a moral victory for the defense of the Rams. They shut him down for less than 50, 60 yards.
At center.
Decarius Mickey. He's a senior.
Harris. There to make the stop for Valley.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down and 5 from the 15.
what we thought was going to be maybe a low-scoring football game has turned into a track meet.
Wilson.
This is
to
the play he
Mickey.
scored on.
Mickey to the 5-yard line, breaks a tackle, touchdown. Mickey was hit at the 5, breaks a tackle, and runs in from 15 yards out.
Goes in for the Aggie touchdown.
So here in the first quarter, Mickey is probably, what, around 80 yards now, I guess.
At the 7-11 mark in the first quarter, Sylacauga with a 13-7 lead. With a point after to follow. So Mickey's had an outstanding first half of the first quarter.
Yes, he has.
Here's Riley Keith to attempt the point after.
You know, Jim, this kid has been an outstanding kicker for the Aggies for several years now. I know he's a senior, but he's pretty reliable. He's number 19.
14-7, Sylacauga with 7-11 to go. The Aggies over the Valley Rams. Back to Legion Stadium as the Donahue Physical Therapy Sports game continues with the coverage from the stadium right after this.
Collier Motors Paint and Body, family owned and operated, has been serving the folks of Sylacauga and South Talladega County for over 26 years. We do all types of body work and use PPG paints. We offer a lifetime warranty for our work. We also do all types of insurance work too. We at Collier Motors are proud supporters of all our schools here in South Talladega County. So come in and see Norman, Leslie, and the guys. And from our family to yours, thank you.
Riley Keith will kick off again with the Aggies leading 14-7.
Riley's getting a good workout.
Kick is down the field. Taken in at the 10-yard line. Across the 20, 25. That's DJ Dunn, and Dunn is up near the 33-yard line.
Good return, good starting field position for the Rams to start their second offensive set. Last time they went 70 yards and tied the football game, but Aggies come right back and answer.
Sylacauga knew coming in that they could move the football against Valley. They felt like they could, like they could put some points on the board. But I think it surprised them a little bit. Valley moved the ball as well on them as they have.
Well, they did. They no hesitation whatsoever, Jim. They took it and just methodically drove the football down the field and put points on the board.
DJ Dunn is a quarterback. He got Hutchison back there with him. He's going to pitch it to Hutchison. Hutchison's in trouble. Sylacauga with a good job defensively, breaks one tackle and pulls his way for a couple of yards.
Big running back. Several Aggies getting up off the melee over there. See number 44, Green. He was one of them who got in on the stop. But they're having trouble getting these running backs on the ground.
Well, Hutchison was fortunate he got the yards he did. He lost a couple of yards, but still tough run by Hutchison. Sylacauga finally corrals him. Second down and 12. Dunn will face a four-man front. He's going to keep it himself. Dunn across the 35, falls forward to the 36-yard line. Third down for the Valley Rams.
Possession down, Jim, for the Sylacauga Aggie, or for the Valley Rams.
Connor Matchin with a nice stop then. So third down and 8 with 5:55 to go in the first quarter. Sylacauga 14, Valley 7. The Donahue Sports Therapy High School Game of the Week. And of course, Ben's going to be with us on Wednesday to talk about physical therapy. They go back to the big quarterback. They run a little screen. Nice tackle.
Good job.
That is Rod Milliner again. You called his name a half a dozen times already.
Yes, I have.
And that's a tough chore to tackle Hutchison one-on-one.
It's a big kid. But Milliner had no problem.
Nope. 35-yard line, fourth down.
He sized that thing up, Jim, and said, I better go below them knees, and he did, and knocked him off his wheels, and we'll see now what kind of punting team the Rams have. The Aggies are back in twin safety.
Back deep for the Aggies.
Milliner and Keith back for
Little
the
snap. And short punt taken in at the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Sylacauga. That's Dalen Keith. So the Aggies will have it in, again, good field position, leading 14-7.
35-yard line.
Well, Jim, if they take it now and put it, take the darn football and carry it home, it's going to be a long night for the Valley Rams.
It is Miss SHS night at Sylacauga tonight.
Mackenzie Hosey is Miss SHS for 2017-18 school year.
1st down and 10. They go back with the quarterback keeper. That's Keaton. He reverses his field. Now he's got some speed, but Valley hems him up and tackles him
Yes, sir.
with a flag down.
I don't know if that's going to be a hold on the Aggies or
And left guard.
holding. Sylacauga.
You usually see that happen when
Yeah.
a quarterback or another player reverses his field.
I don't think the Rams got a whole lot of choice. They need to take this penalty. They will, and move the Aggies back.
Sylacauga 5-1 on the season. It's amazing. We're already past the halfway mark of the year.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Hold.
27-yard line is where they'll spot it after the penalty assessed.
Going to make a 1st down in about, 20?
That hadn't bothered Sylacauga so far tonight.
Not when you can go 60 on one play.
There's Wilson with Mickey back there with him. Wilson to throw. Sylacauga's done well throwing the football, and he throws into double coverage, and it could have been intercepted, intended for Dalen Keith.
That was very, very close to being picked off. Good defense by the corner and the safety for the Rams.
So Sylacauga to the line of scrimmage, and they'll try it again. 2nd down. Quarterback keeper with Wilson. Wilson stutter steps to the 39-yard line.
Going to make it very manageable, Jim, for a 3rd down situation. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Whitlow. There to make the stop for Valley.
Possession down for the Aggies, leading 14-7, 3:50 to go in the 1st quarter. Wilson ready to take the snap, does, and he keeps it. He's got the 1st down. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. Keaton Wilson.
Jim is reading on that defensive end. If he crashes in, he'll pull it and turn the corner and get some good yardage. From deep in the hole, Jim, they bring it out and get a 1st down at the 49-yard line of the Valley Rams.
1st down and 10 for the Aggies. Rolling. Throwing on the run is almost intercepted again.
That's 2 times they've been lucky to get away with not the ball being intercepted.
That's hard to do. You're running and you're throwing away from your body, and a lot of times that pass will be picked off.
You don't hardly get the zip on it, Jim. If it's a left-handed quarterback going right, trying to throw back across, probably have a lot more success if he was running left and throwing it to the left.
2nd down and 10. There's a big fullback again, and
Mickey.
carries Mickey, and he's got near the 1st down across the 40 to inside the 40 to about the 39.
Took a pretty good lick there from number 6.
You know, I don't know how long it's been that Sylacauga hadn't had a marquee back, and, you know, Mickey is that one this year.
Yes, he is.
Daryl Gunn. There to make the
Officials are going to bring the chains across to measure. Bruce Carr, one of the officials here tonight.
I believe he is.
Bruce, former mayor and former owner of WFEB Radio, and works at a local bank here in town. Put them eagle eyes on it.
Got it by the nose. The nose is touching it. Got to be a first down. Oh, they say he likes it about 2 frog hairs.
Well, you know, the deal is now about these extended nose hairs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he missed it by.
I guess so.
Hey, don't forget tomorrow, Saturday, over at Oak Grove, they got their Oak Grove Fall Festival. Got the pumpkin giveaway here in Sylacauga down at Noble Park, and the museum's having an event as well. So lots of things to do in Sylacauga on Saturday. Wilson working under center. And he goes back inside this time, and on the carry, Jordan Ridgway.
Ridgway picks up the first down.
So they'll move the chains, another Aggie first down. 2:54 remaining in the first quarter. Sylacauga 14, Valley 7.
And Aggies on the march again.
Senior quarterback Keaton Wilson, number 7. And he's got senior Decarius Mickey back there alongside. And he wants to throw. They're going
Got a
back.
receiver
Got a man
wide
open for the touchdown. Oh, easy pickings for Dalen Keith.
Great throw and catch.
37 yards.
Wilson to Keith.
So the Aggies increase their lead to 20-7, and this is what Coach Griffith has wanted to do, have that balanced offense where they could throw it some to keep the defense off the running attack.
Well, they scored about every way you can score, Jim. From the air, from the ground. They've moved the ball with a lot of regularity. And Keith to attempt the 21st point. And Mr. Automatic knocks it through.
2:30 to go in the first quarter. Sylacauga 21 and Valley 7. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 of the Alabama Cable Network.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services, protection for your home.
2:30 to go in the first quarter. Sylacauga 21, Valley 7. If you like offense, Tootsie, you'll like this one.
Well, I'm telling you. Sylacauga has had it 3 times. They've scored 3 times.
Hard to beat that percentage. Down the field we go. And again, it is Dunn. Dunn runs across the 30 to the 32-yard line. DeMarco Campbell helping out on the stop.
DeMarco, he's a junior. In on the stop for the Aggies.
33-yard line for the Valley Rams, trailing 21-7. And this is not what Valley wanted to have happen in the first quarter.
No, Jim. You know, you get down this much this early, and you're looking at a big hill to climb.
Josh Bledsoe, the senior 6'2", 215 quarterback. We saw Hutchison kind of banged up a little earlier. I think he's out of the game now. And that's the substitute coming in for him, and that is B.J. Smith on the carry.
Jim, I'm going to tell you, they're moving the football against the Aggie defense. Gain of about 4, second down 6.
Christian Jones on the stop, one of the tackles for the Aggies. They run down this time to Randall, and Randall has stood up. Nice job by the Aggie defense.
That was Ham to make first contact.
Chase Ivy hipping out the Mike linebacker. So third down. Bledsoe will take the snap. Got Smith back there with him. Minute 15 to go in the quarter. Long count. Bledsoe rolling to throw. Looking, he fires, got a man wide open at the 48-yard line, first down.
Good throwing catch.
Reception by Brooks Randall.
Threw that ball with a little mustard on it, Jim.
So the Rams will have it at their 49, first and 10, with 64 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Ball resting at the Valley 49.
Bledsoe going to leave it inside. Sylacauga slipped a tackle, and that is Smith running inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. Sylacauga again had a shot at him.
Another missed tackle. That was Manson. He finally got him down.
Coach Griffin's not going to be real happy with the tackling here in the first quarter as we come to the end of the first quarter. That may be the final play as Sylacauga leads Valley by a score of 21-7. The Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network, continues after this timeout. They may get a snap off, or they're going to drain it down. I think they're going to drain it. That's the end of the first quarter. Back to Legion Stadium right after this.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
The Alabama ALS Walk is coming to Birmingham Saturday, October the 28th. Sign up at 10, the walk at 11. Purchase your Team Raising Cane t-shirts honoring Christy Cane, former educator at Sylacauga High School. Fundraising helps buy equipment for people diagnosed with ALS. Text your order for Raising Cane ALS t-shirts to Randy Cane 256-521-4002. Let's help Team Raising Cane help honor Christy's memory today. Thank you. 21-7, Sylacauga leads Valley as we begin the second quarter, and just a lot of race traffic in town this weekend.
Well, they are, Jim. You know, the big race is this Sunday. What's supposed to be Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s last start over at the 2.66-mile track. So expecting a big crowd to come through town from now until about, probably Saturday night. They'll all be packed in over at the racetrack.
Here's Bledsoe with a second down now and about 3. Looks to throw, pumps and fires a home run ball into single coverage and complete the 15-yard line.
Just out of reach.
Sylacauga had coverage in with Rod Milliner.
Yeah, Milliner on the coverage for the Aggies. It was a good throw, Jim. It's just a hair long.
Stephen Coker, the intended receiver.
I hope they don't get that kid confused for a football out there.
He's about the size of one, isn't he?
Not much bigger than the football.
Second down, or third down, excuse me, and 3. And they go back with DJ Dunn at quarterback this time. Dunn's going to keep it all the way, and he is hit and falls forward short of the first down, looks like.
Going to be very close.
They hit him from behind and knocked him forward. So going to be very close, as you said, to the first down. It doesn't make any difference. They're going to go for it if they don't make it.
It's fourth down territory for the Rams.
At the 42-yard line, about a half yard maybe to go.
The two big old running backs they got back there behind him.
Bledsoe can fall for 5 yards. But he's going to hand it off, and Sylacauga stacks it up, but breaking a tackle, getting the first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line goes Smith.
Chase Ivy getting up off the bottom of the stack.
So Smith has come in for Hutchison and done a good job.
Yes, he has.
Connor Paxson, there to make the stop for Sylacauga.
Now they bring Hutchison back in at fullback. They go back to Smith, and Smith is corralled at about the 36-yard line. Zane Smith on the tackle.
He jumped on his back and rolled him down, Jim, but he gained about maybe 3.5, 4 yards on the play.
So Valley back doing what they did on their initial drive, moving the football. Bledsoe back to Smith. Smith trying to break tackles,
He's in
can't.
trouble.
And that is Hutchison, not Smith, and penalty flags are down now. I don't know if that's a face mask or what.
I was going to question that. I don't know if it was holding. Face mask it is against the Aggies.
Hutchinson and left in.
So that'll give them a first down.
DeMarco Campbell, there to make the stop for Sylacauga.
That's a 5-yard
Just a
penalty,
5-yard
so it
one,
won't be
okay.
a first down.
But they'll play the down over.
At the 34-yard line.
I guess high school is about the only place now where they have the incidental face mask.
Call against the Aggies.
Bledsoe with Smith back there with him. And Smith's got it, and Sylacauga's got him. Devontae Green, the first to get there.
Yeah, number 44 was the first to make contact.
Another penalty flag down. That's against Valley.
I think it'll be holding. Jeff said it's holding, so we got to go with that.
Jemison combined to make the stop. There is a holding call that will go against the Rams.
That'll be marched off 10 yards. You remember it used to be 15
Yes, it did.
years ago.
A lot of things have changed.
Yeah, including me.
I guess you could say us.
46-yard line, little spot now. Second down and about 20. Bledsoe to throw it. Plenty of time now, flushed out of the pocket, rolling away from pressure. Hit as he throws, incomplete. He's just getting rid of that one.
Yep.
Bledsoe's pass.
Zane Smith putting the heat on him. He comes up limping too.
Again, while we got a moment, we want to say congratulations to Miss Mackenzie Hosey, the SHS
Taylor Strickland helping out on the pressure too. So it'll be third down now and long. A little delay handoff.
Yeah.
That's Smith. Smith's got some running room. He'll be well short of the first down at about the 37.
Fourth down and about 8 or 9.
I don't expect him to punt here.
Well, you know, Jim, Sylacauga's moved the football from anywhere on the field, so I think if you're the Rams, you give it a go.
Why not? Down 2 scores. 9:19 to go in the first half. Valley runs in a player very late. Here's Bledsoe with the fourth down and 8.
I believe he may kick
He
that
may
thing.
punt it now. Yep. And it's a
gonna
wobbly
go.
punt. It'll go in the end zone, so really it'd been better if it went for it.
Yep.
Just 18 yards difference.
Bledsoe's punt goes into the end zone.
So Sylacauga will take over with a first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. You don't see a whole lot of that now with the line up like you're going to go for it and then punt it.
Used to call that the old quick kick.
Yeah. So Sylacauga with the first down and 10, leading 21-7.
Ridgeway is in the backfield now for the Aggies.
Along with Mickey.
Along with Mickey.
Keaton Wilson takes the snap. He's going to throw it. Fires out in the flat, caught and dropped.
Oh, boy.
He was wide open, too, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
That is
Taylor,
the junior.
Had some running room.
Marquintus Taylor. So 2nd and 10. Sylacauga's a deep football team, and they've got, he was telling me, Coach Griff was about their 8th grade team. He's really high on those kids.
Well, Jim has a farm system and a pipeline to the varsity.
Here's Mickey. And Mickey is hit, spun around, gets away, reverses his field. Now he's across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30 to the 31-yard line. What a run by Decarius Mickey and a first down.
He ran about 85 yards.
He gets the job done.
Yes, he does.
So they'll move the chains again. First down Aggies with 8:35 to go in the first half, leading 21-7. You can look at the defensive front of the Valley Rams. They're big.
They are big.
And thick and not very fast. Sylacauga wants to take advantage of that. Here is Keaton Wilson. Wilson has got close to another first down at the 43-yard line.
I think he will have the first down. I think if you're Matt Griffith now, Jim, this is what you want to see. Your football team has got a lead, and now we want to just methodically drive it down their throat and put some more points on the board.
Well, you can see if you look at the defensive front of Valley why they're running outside.
Oh, yeah. I think their nose guard, I see on their roster, one of them weighs 290.
Wilson to throw it. Fires, is tipped, incomplete. Good job defensively by Stephen Coker to bat it away. Second down. The Sylacauga Aggie Marching Band will be performing at halftime, as will the Valley Ram band as well. Getting the play from the sideline very late. Now they switch. They're going to have to call a timeout. Coach Griff never likes that.
Nope.
He is not a happy camper right now. We'll keep that one right here as Coach Griff, he says what he has to say, and he moves on to the next play.
Yes, he does.
But he was not happy with the alignment of his offensive line. 21-7 Sylacauga with the lead, 7:47 to go in the football game. We talked about Coach Griffith at the start of the game in the pregame show. And, in his 13th year, he just wins consistently year after year. And he told me yesterday, he said, we're not satisfied with 8 wins.
Well,
a lot of teams would love 8 wins.
I know a couple of schools that would love to know that they were going to finish up with 8 wins, but, to say Matt is not a perfectionist, he wants his kids to do what he wants them to do. If they do what he wants them to do, they generally do well at the end.
So after the timeout and the come to Jesus meeting, we'll go at it again. Here's Wilson with Mickey behind him. Double slot. And they crash it with Mickey, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage.
Ooh,
and really thrown down.
Yeah, that should be a foul.
Yeah, it is. The whistles were blowing, and Tracy Winston Jr., who's a 6-foot, 190-pound linebacker, he's a middle backer, and he just keeps going.
He didn't put him down very politely.
So the penalty will be marked off from the 44-yard line. That's a 15-yarder to the Valley 41. Sylacauga not big on their offensive front, but they're very well groomed in their technique.
They're quick.
Here's Wilson. Little pitch to Mickey. Mickey spins inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
Mickey at right in.
Number 2.
A little pushing and shoving going on there for a moment.
Hutchinson in on the stop for the Rams. Now there's
Official
an
called
official timeout.
and I think they're going to talk to both these teams.
I think so.
And they want to talk to the captains, I think it is. And he just wants to remind them that, hey, play the game, get back to your huddle.
Absolutely. See, number 57, Luke Honeycutt for the Aggies.
That's DJ Dunn. Or excuse me, that is not Dunn, that's Whitlow. But just a reminder, I think is a nice time to do that with the referee.
Saying, gentlemen, we're fixing to pull the range back a little bit. We won't tolerate that unsportsmanlike attitude and play out here tonight at Legion Stadium.
So second down and about 4. At the 35-yard line. Wilson keeps it himself. Big hole. Wilson breaking tackles. Wilson all the way to the 15-yard line. First down and 10 for the Aggies.
Good run by number 7, Keaton Wilson.
And the left side of that Aggie line just blew a big hole. That's Corey Hodges and Cody Ham over there. So first down for the Aggies at the 15, leading 21-7, 6:39 to go in the first half. Whistles blow, flags down. Sylacauga says it's against the Valley. It's got to be an offside then.
Yep. Offsides is
We've
the
seen
call.
3 of those tonight already called in the first half.
Valley, kind of like 5 yards for offside.
I mean, how'd y'all do that? You look down the line of scrimmage, don't you? Or
Supposedly. And you know, Jim, a lot of times it's the kid right next to the football that jumps offsides.
oh, that's right. You're the quarterback. You didn't have to worry about that. Keaton Wilson with a 1st and 5. He going to throw it or look to throw it? They're looking for Mickey. Now he spins away from pressure, throws, and it is almost oh, did he catch that football?
I don't know.
The officials are walking in and they're talking about it. That's Brady Davis, the receiver. And I think the officials are undecided.
Incomplete, what they call it.
Hey, I was about to say they're not going to look at instant replay.
No.
So it will come back to the 10. Now they got the chains. Have to get to about the 4 for the first down, looks like. Sylacauga sends in Tyler Thompson. He's at a tight end slot. They got the power to that side. Now they shift.
Overload.
Yep. And they come to this side with Mickey. Mickey hit near the goal line, falls inside the 1.
That should be another first down for the Aggies.
The Carius Mickey, he has had a first half. It'll be first and goal at the 1.
A lot of running backs would like to have what he had for an entire game, what he's had here in the first quarter and half of the second quarter.
21-7. Sylacauga threatening again. Touchdown, Sylacauga. Keaton Wilson off right guard. So a 1-yard run by Keaton Wilson. Increases the lead to 27-7.
And the right guard, Austin Allen, come off the field with the football.
Point after by Riley Keith. Sylacauga in command, leading 27-7 with a point after and the kick up and good. So with 5:41 remaining in the first half, Sylacauga 28 and Valley 7. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network.
Do you need photo or video services for a special event? Shoot First Media does that. Need promotional materials for your product or instructional videos for your industry? Shoot First Media does that too. Need help editing and reproducing your own photos or videos? Or how about transferring those old home movies from tape or film? You guessed it, Shoot First Media does that. For these and many other services, call Shoot First Media today at 256-404-1587.
5:41 remaining at Legion Stadium in the first half. Sylacauga in command 28-7. Sylacauga has had a good first half offensively.
Well, you know, Jim, honestly, this performance they putting on tonight, a lot of coaches would be happy with this at the end of the football game, but the Aggies have really just had their way with the Valley Rams.
Kick down the field. Taken in at the 10-yard line. And that is Stephen Coker. Coker is tackled at about the 26.
David Coker on the return.
Rod Milliner again on the stop. Special teams.
Rusty Kraft.
You know,
Number 15.
Valley is not a real strong football team.
They're not, Jim. They're huge, but very slow.
And
Also, we got to say Rusty Kraft, wide receiver junior, was in also in on the stop for the Aggies.
so first down for Valley at their own 26-yard line.
Jim, if Valley's going to continue to get back into the football game, they need to take the football now and score some points.
Well, they got DJ Dunn in. He's the quicker of the two quarterbacks.
And he throws the ball quite well.
Whistles blow. And
Timeout.
Valley calls a timeout. We'll keep this one here with 5:34 to go. Sylacauga 28 and Valley 7. We appreciate all our sponsors. Don't forget the halftime show brought to you by Kusa Valley Medical Center coming up shortly. Both the Aggie Band and Valley Ram Band will be performing at halftime. And this is Miss SHS night at Sylacauga High School, and nice crowd on hand for that tonight.
Yes, again, we want to say congratulations to Mackenzie Hosley, Miss SHS, for the 2017-18 high school year, something that she'll cherish all her years as she goes on in this thing called life.
Sylacauga with a 28-7 lead. They scored within the first 20 seconds of the opening quarter on a 60-yard touchdown run by Decarius Mickey. Valley comes back to tie it on a nice drive of 70 yards, and it's been Aggies ever since.
Downhill, they call it.
Here's Dunn, and Dunn gives to Smith, and Smith gets a couple of yards before he's tripped up. That's Cody Ham on the tackle.
Brandon Smith.
And you can kind of tell by the demeanor of Valley that they're kind of used to this.
Well, you know, they're 2-5, and, you know, Beauregard really put a shellacking on them, but then they put a shellacking on a lot of people.
Here's Dunn outside. Dunn's got the first down across the 40-yard line. Dunn is a 6'2", 170-pounder. But you can see hands on the hips of the Valley offense already.
Yeah.
42-yard line, 1st and 10, Valley trailing 28-7 here at Legion Stadium. Sylacauga Aggies and the Valley Rams. Dunn looking to throw it. Throws, and it's almost intercepted.
Then almost caught.
Rod Milliner went up the ladder for Sylacauga and had it bounce off his hands.
And Davison almost come away with it off the deflection for the Rams.
So 2nd down. A lot of events taking place in our area Saturday.
Yep.
And try to avail yourself to some of those opportunities, especially in the Sylacauga area on Saturday. They go back with a bigger quarterback, that is Bledsoe. Bledsoe throws, passes caught in midfield and taken out of bounds. And on the reception is Booker.
Gaddis. Going to be very close. It is a 1st down.
Devontae Green checks back into the Aggie lineup. A defensive tackle slot. So Sylacauga got to get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of time to throw it.
This is Coker on the carry. Sylacauga's got him, penalty flag down. Nice job defensive by Connor Match, and that may be holding against the Rams.
Jimmy just kept spreading it out, and finally he ran out of room to go, and then Manson made the tackle. Holding against the Rams.
The Christ Point Community Church, tomorrow, they're putting on that, I think it's the 6th year they've done that pumpkin deal down at Noble Park, and a lot of activity going on there. And then over at Oak Grove, some of your old buddies is going to be over there picking and grinning. Here's Smith on the handoff. Smith crosses midfield to the 46-yard line. He's taken down by DeMarco Campbell.
He just lowered his shoulder. Jim said, "Get me." Good hard run. But he gets back the penalty yards.
So 3rd down and 9. Possession down for Valley with 3:20 to go in the half, trailing 28-7.
I think they're in 4-down territory if they get halfway decent yardage out of this.
Bledsoe quick to throw, got the 1st down. And that is Randall. And Randall's to the 23-yard line. Or that's Booker, excuse me, at the 23, another 1st down.
And Manson holding on for dear life.
That's kind of a mismatch there.
Yes.
Sylacauga hurries in Torrey Harris. Also Kelvin Jemison in now defensively. Bledsoe with Smith behind him. Bledsoe leads it with Smith. He got a big hole. He almost dropped the football. He's headed to the end zone, touchdown.
Damn.
From 23 yards out, that is Smith. So it's 28-14 now.
Jim, this could be a football game.
Yeah. And that was a little bit of delayed handoff.
A delayed draw, I think is what they call that.
But there was a big hole on that right side.
Yes, it was.
Daniel Etherton to attempt the point after. Lays down, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:51 remaining in the 1st half, Sylacauga 28, Valley 14. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Give Valley credit. They could have just given up the ship, but they did a nice drive and get back in the game 28-14.
Well, you know, easily they could have folded up the tents and said, this is a better football team we're playing, but they've not quit yet.
Etherton to kickoff. Sylacauga's had good field position on the earlier kickoff. This is another short one. And this is taken at the 18-yard line. And that is Ridgeway. And Ridgeway rushed it across the 35 all the way to the 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Aggies with 2:41 left till halftime.
And you know Sylacauga is not going to sit on this lead. They're going to try to get points on the board.
Oh, yeah. That's what Coach Steve Spurrier used to tell everybody. It's my job to score, your job to stop me. If you can't stop me, I'm going to score.
Now, Keaton Wilson will lead the charge for the Aggies. He's had a strong first half, has the Carius Mickey. From the 40-yard line. And Mickey's got it, but he is hit. Now he pulls away and gets a couple of yards out of it as he is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
That's just some good, hard, determined running by number 31, Mickey.
So gain of a yard, or maybe two, second down at 8. That was tough sledding with Mickey. Here's Wilson to throw it. Steps up in the pocket. He's got down the sideline and a first down to Ridgeway at about the 48-yard line in Ram territory. So Ridgeway came out of the backfield and made the reception.
Good hard running by Ridgeway after he made the catch. They call it yak yardage, yards after contact.
Well, that's deep, Toots.
Yes, it is.
That is deep. 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Sylacauga was offsides.
Wilson looking to throw it. Too tall, incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Ridgeway.
He must have got away with it because there's no penalty flag. Minute 43 remaining, 28-14 Sylacauga at the Ram 47-yard line. They got to get down the field and at least hopefully get a field goal out of it.
Yep. And they certainly got a reliable kicker in number 19, Riley Heath.
Brady Davis along with Keith. They go inside, and to the 42-yard line is to Carius Mickey.
That's going to be a couple of yards short. About 4 yards short.
Deshaun Looney is a guy we're missing tonight. And they go back to Mickey, and Mickey bulls his way to about the 38-yard line. He'll be short of the first down with 1:13 to go in the half. Sylacauga got some timeouts. I think they've got 2 left. Wilson sends Ridgeway to the top of the screen. Wilson is flushed out of the pocket. Penalty flag is down. Throws, a pass is caught, but I don't know if that's going to be holding back up here or not.
I think it is.
Mickey trying to block.
Personal foul. Tripping Sylacauga.
Well, that's one way to keep him getting to the quarterback.
Protect those quarterbacks.
Personal foul, tripping.
So that will move it back
that's from the point of the infraction, too.
Wilson was flushed out of the pocket. Decarius Mickey trying to get over there to make a block, and apparently tripped up the defender. So that's going to mark it way back to the Aggie 39-yard line. So now then, with a little less than 39 seconds to go, let's see what Sylacauga does. They're going to punt.
It is 4th down.
First punt of the night for Bailey Ward, and Bailey stands back at his 22-yard line. That's going to be a long snap.
I'm not too sure he can kick it for.
Running that clock down. I don't know if they're going to call a timeout when they get closer or not. Probably will. Yeah.
They do.
18 and a half seconds left to go in the first half. Sylacauga 28, Valley 14. And don't forget the Aggie Marching Band along with the Valley Marching Band performing during the break. And, you know, Sylacauga, I saw their former band director downstairs a little bit earlier. And Sylacauga, the band directorship with the Simpkins family goes back for years, and new band director this year, and the praise is very high on this Sylacauga Aggie band performances too. So good band performance by Sylacauga. They get high marks in their competitions, and they'll do well here again tonight, I'm sure.
Well, you know, Jim, when this thing called preseason starts, the band had been already started for quite some time. So, you know, these kids put a lot of work, a lot of heart into the performances you see at halftime.
Bailey Ward stands at his 21-yard line. And that's a snap over his head. You knew that was coming. And he gets it and picks it up, and he's going to be tackled. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams at the 12-yard line. You could see that coming.
Oh, man.
And I was looking, and I don't know, I guess that's a normal, but that was a snap of about 18 yards.
Yeah.
With 20, though, over the punter's head. But penalty flags are down. It's against Sylacauga, legal shift. But that is declined, and Valley with a big break.
Well, they have, 12.8 seconds to maybe get 2 plays off and kick a field goal. Huge break for the Rams.
1st down and 10 for Valley at the Aggie 12, trailing 28-14. But the Rams threatening here late in the first half after a high snap went over the punter Bailey Ward's head, and Ward picked it up and was tackled at the 12. Bledsoe, the quarterback, and Bledsoe gives to Smith, and they're going to run the reverse. This is to Coker. Coker's inside the 5, diving to the 2-yard line. Valley calls a timeout. And they may add a little clock back to that. At the 2-yard line, a little razzle-dazzle.
Seemed like some time ran off that after the play was blown dead. But I don't think in high school you'll see any time added back.
Well, Valley wants to talk about it, that's for sure. They get a timeout, and the officials are going to talk a little bit too. We'll get a timeout as well. Back to Legion Stadium with Sylacauga leading 28-14, but Valley threatening. Back to Legion Stadium right after this.
Some things change and some things don't. From the beginning, Wright Tire and Service has been all about quality products and first-class service. From great tires at a super price to the expert car service that you want for your family. Oil changes, front-end alignment, brake work, and much more. You can count on our experienced professionals to give you quality work at a fair price. Tires and a whole lot more at Wright Tire and Service on West Fort Williams, next to Robo Motors.
28-14 Sylacauga. Valley's got the ball at the Aggie 2-yard line. And this more than likely will be the final play of the half.
You know, Jim, if they punch it in here, Valley gets the football to start the third quarter, this thing could turn into a struggle.
Sylacauga was leading 28-7. Looked like they had things well in hand, but Valley has fought back. Josh Bledsoe, 6'2", 215-pound quarterback. Bledsoe with an empty backfield. Now they'll bring Smith back here. Bledsoe rolling, throwing, and he got a man wide open for the touchdown. That's a big tackle.
Yes, it is. The tackle eligible.
Oh, wow. That's Marquez Tucker, who's 5'11", 290 pounds.
Woo. Who would want to tackle him?
Well, you couldn't miss him coming into the football game. Man, what a big turn of events here. Now it's 28-20 with a point after to follow.
And then the Rams get the football to start the third quarter.
Goodness gracious. Aggie crowd kind of quiet now. Penalty flag down. Delay a game. So, and with it scored 28-20, this is a huge extra point here.
Yes, it is. Coach Daniel from over at the Valley Rams really pulled one off there when he lined them up and got the tackle eligible off the left
I
side.
hadn't seen that in a long time.
No, it's been a while.
Etherton to try to tack on the extra point, and he kind of hooked that one, and it's no good. So a big extra point missed, but a penalty flag is down. That may be roughing the kicker. It is.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Sylacauga will do it again.
Wow. Coach Griffith is beside himself. So we'll try it again. That may have been why he hooked it. He was hit as he kicked it.
It's just about back to a regular extra point now, maybe 2 yards difference.
Etherton will kick it again. No time left on the clock. This will be the final play of the half.
Sylacauga was offsides.
I almost said if it's not a penalty, so it was another penalty.
Are you getting to thinking maybe go for two now?
Get that big number 90 back in there.
So they down about to what, 1.5, 2 yard line.
Well, it's the third time Etherton's going to try to kick it. Sylacauga a little shaky here late in the first half. High snap, placed down, kick up, and it hits a goal post and comes back, and it's no good. After all of that, we head to halftime with Sylacauga leading the Valley Rams by a score of 28-20. And you see Coach Griffith head out on the field, and he is not real thrilled right now. Sylacauga with some mistakes late in the half, and I'm sure they'll talk about that at halftime. We've got your halftime show coming up, brought to you by Kusa Valley Medical Center. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 of the Alabama Cable Network. Kusa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama,
is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Kusa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Kusa Valley Medical Center. The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores.
Their show entitled Can't Stop the Pride. Songs include Don't Stop Believing, Can't Stop the Feeling, Don't Stop the Music, and Don't Stop Me Now. Take it away, Pride. there, ladies and gentlemen. Get up for Hooray for Valley!
At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. No, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. Curtis & Son Funeral Home has been around since 1975, and we are committed to being there for the people of this area. At Curtis & Son, we understand that funerals can be a financial burden. We never want price to determine what funeral home you choose. We will gladly match any other funeral home's prices, including casket stores and cemeteries. We do this in honor of the hundreds of families we have served in the past. It is only fair that we do a little extra to make sure you know we will be there when you need us most.
Ron Johnson has been serving the people in the Kusa Valley for over 38 years. As a voice for the citizens of District 33, he has been a champion for the schools and their athletic programs. Ron Johnson proudly supports the teams competing every Friday night here in District 33. So good luck and have a great season.
And let's get funky with it. Drum majors, Max Cleveland, Brianna Grayson, and Elise McGrady. Is the SHS band ready? You may now take the field for your halftime performance.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother.
Fantastic. What win?
Town and Country Cleaners, West Fort Williams and Sylacauga, Cherokee Road in Alexander City, understand the business of life. Your dry cleaning is our specialty, whatever the season may be. Mondays, 5 laundry shirts, $8.25. Tuesday, 2-piece suits, $6.50. Wednesday, regular dresses, $6.50 each. And Wednesday and Thursday, pants, $3.25 each. From uniforms for officers to cheerleaders to band, we handle them all. Town and Country Cleaners, Sylacauga and Alexander City. From our friendly staff, we say
thank you.
Collier Motors Paint and Body, family owned and operated, has been serving the folks of Sylacauga and South Talladega County for over 26 years. We do all types of body work and use PPG paints. We offer a lifetime warranty for our work. We also do all types of insurance work too. We at Collier Motors are proud supporters of all our schools here in South Talladega County. So come in and see Norman, Leslie, and the guys. And from our family to yours, thank you.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services, protection for your home.
In Alabama, there are two things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
The Alabama ALS Walk is coming to Birmingham Saturday, October the 28th. Sign up at 10, the walk at 11. Purchase your Team Raising Cane t-shirts honoring Christy Cane, former educator at Sylacauga High School. Fundraising helps buy equipment for people diagnosed with ALS. Text your order for Raising Cane ALS t-shirts to Randy Cane 256-521-4002. Let's help Team Raising Cane help honor Christy's memory today. Thank you.
Welcome back to Legion Stadium. Halftime, Sylacauga leading Valley by a score of 28-20, and Sylacauga seemed like they were in control, leading 28-7, and all of a sudden, here comes the Rams back.
Well, you know, Jim, we thought that they might just fold up and just wait on the bus to crank up and carry them back down toward Lynette, but didn't happen, and they scored right there at the end of the half, and then they're going to get the football to start the third quarter, so the Aggie defense has got to tighten up here. If they take this thing and go down and put points on the board, it's going to turn into a barn burner.
Well, Sylacauga offensively moved the football well in the first half and didn't have any trouble putting points on the board, but Valley came back from a 28-7 deficit to close within 28-20, and you go back to the high snap over the punter's head very late in the first half, and then they run the tackle-eligible pass play for the touchdown after they ran another razzle-dazzle prior to that.
That was just a gift score they gave the Valley Rams, and of course I'm sure that Coach Daniels said he'd be glad to take it. He did, and his team going to get the ball to start the third quarter, and we'll see if who's going to make the adjustments now to stop the other team's adjustments that they made. So I know just looking at the way Coach Griffith walked off the field at the halftime, he was not a very happy camper.
So Sylacauga headed back out onto the playing surface now. And, you know, Looney, who really had a strong first half, Mickey, Decarius Mickey, Deshaun Looney is out of the game tonight, Deshaun Looney. But you look at Mickey, who had a couple of touchdowns in the first half and looked strong, but Sylacauga going to have to have more of that offensively in the second half tonight.
Sylacauga had no problem at all moving the football. They scored about the first 3 or 4 times they had the ball. But now then, the Valley Rams say, okay, guys, we're not out of this thing yet. This old thing called Mo may be on the side of the white-shirted Valley Rams.
Now you look at Valley; they lost to Lynette 28-7. They lose to Russell County 16-6. They lose to Central Clay County 28-3. They beat Cleburne County, which Cleburne is at the bottom of the list as far as this particular region is concerned. They lose to Lincoln, and they beat Dadeville last week. And Dadeville's usually got a pretty good team, but they're down a little bit this year too. And then they got hit hard by Beauregard as Sylacauga kicks it out of bounds, and that's not what Sylacauga wanted to start the third quarter.
No, it is not. I said Mr. Reliable, Riley Keith.
You get it at the 35-yard line. So the kickoff was shanked. It goes out of bounds, and Valley's got excellent field position at their 35-yard line. Everything going right for the Rams right now.
Absolutely, Jim. But again, you know, I know Matt Griffith. I guess I can call him a personal friend. He'll get the thing righted out here and see what kind of adjustments he made on the defensive side of the ball to slow this Ram offense down.
Bledsoe at quarterback. Four-man Sylacauga front. Bledsoe gives to Smith. He circles right in. He crosses the 40-yard line before he's tackled.
And number 15 in on the stop for the Aggies, Rusty Kraft.
You'll take 6 yards, 5 yards on a first down carry.
Oh, absolutely. See, you know, right now the Rams do not have to be in any hurry up or junky game plan. Jim, they can stay with their game plan and just keep running the football at the Aggies defense.
Smith again to the 43-yard line.
And getting 4 or 5 yards a lick. And I'm sure that Coach Buster Daniels will be pleased with that.
3rd down and 2. So the Aggies trying to stiff it up defensively here. Under center's Bledsoe this time. And he goes back to Smith, and Smith has got the first down as he crosses the 45 to the 46.
Big running back.
And he replaced a big running back, Hutchinson.
Yes, he did.
Well, actually, that was Hutchinson carrying then. He replaced Smith for one play, and Smith now back in. But Hutchinson really, on that initial drive, had a good start for the Rams in the first quarter. So it's another first down at the 46-yard line. Bledsoe to Smith. And very vanilla running the football right now. Pickup of a yard.
Number 44 getting up off the bottom of the stack. Devontae Green. Very little yardage there, just 1 yard on that play. 2nd down, 9.
Smith back there with Bledsoe. Remember, Bledsoe's a big guy. He's 215. And he wants to throw it. And he throws, is caught down the sideline, 30, 25, 20. First down at the 20-yard line. It's another Valley first down. Sylacauga had busted coverage. And running free was Art Hamby, the sophomore.
And Milliner finally got him off his feet, but big play for the Rams.
I mean, he was wide open. Now they will come back in with DJ Dunn at quarterback. Dunn's going to keep it off left end. Dunn cuts it inside, breaks one tackle, inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Rams. What has happened here?
I don't know, but Aggies got a man down.
Milliner is hurt. And the Aggies will bring in Gabe Cox to replace Milliner. So 1st and goal, Rams at the Aggie 4.
Just as we discussed, Jim, you know, coming back out prior to the start of the 3rd quarter, if the Rams can get it and put it in take it home, it's going to be a football game.
Whistles blow. Penalty flag down. And that's going to be against the Rams. Delay a game. Goodness. After a run to the 4-yard line, you get a 1st and goal, and you get a delay a game.
The play clock didn't look like it had expired.
Well, it's expired now. Referee said, hey, when I drop my arm, it's time to go.
Okay, see, it hadn't started now. The play clock has not started, and it's supposed to be. There it goes.
I'm going to make up for time there. Here Bledsoe will take the snap. Bledsoe is going to give it to Smith. He circles right in, and he's taken down at the 10-yard line. Good job by the Aggie defense that time, and Vontae Graham was the senior who got there.
Good job by the Aggie defense. Shut that play down.
So 2nd down and goal.
Play clock's already down to 10 seconds.
And they got Dunn back in at quarterback. He's going to have to hurry to get the snap off. He does, and he keeps it. Dunn is to the 7, and he's knocked down there by Rusty Kraft. So 3rd down.
3rd down.
And they come back with Bledsoe now at quarterback.
He's the throwing quarterback. He throws it quite well.
10 on the play clock. Bledsoe rolling, and that little delay to Smith, and he's near the end zone, tackled at the 2. Well, he had a head of steam,
yeah,
and Sylacauga held on. And once again, it's Rusty Kraft. So 4th down.
That's a big running back.
And Kraft did a good job getting him down.
Yes, he did.
4th and goal. Smith, touchdown. 28-27.
Sylacauga got caught with 12 men on the field.
Didn't matter, did it?
Nope.
28-27, impressive opening 3rd quarter drive by the Valley Rams. This kind of picked up where they left off at the end of the 1st half.
I think you're going to see them line up and go for 2 now to try to get this thing back even.
Well, they got their extra point guy out there, so we'll see.
Well, that goes to show what I know, doesn't it?
Etherton. They didn't confer with us. Now the officials are talking among one another here. What that's about, I don't know.
Probably the penalty. Will they take it on the ensuing kickoff? Or will they march it off here and go for 2?
That's Pete Story out there, isn't it? Is that Story?
I don't think so.
That kind of looking like him. Yeah. Not him.
No, it ain't Pete.
It's the other guy.
Illegal substitution. Call against the Yankees.
So, we'll try the point after now.
Touchdown is good.
Like Pete Story wearing a black cap tonight. Black hat. So Valley trying to get within 1 here. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 7:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter, the Aggies got to pick it up. Leading only now 28-27.
We got a ball game on our hands.
We do, and let's see what Sylacauga does offensively after giving up a big lead. The Aggies now hanging on, leading 28-27. And if you're the Valley Rams, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I thought, I told you a touchdown before the first half. If they put that score in before the half, old Mo would be wearing those white shirts. And as of right now, he still is.
I remember saying in the first half that Valley, after they trailed 28-7, didn't appear to be a real strong football team, but hey, they showed everybody.
Okay, now then they assess the penalty on the kickoff.
So Sylacauga will get the football, leading 28-27, and the kick will be from the 45-yard line. Etherton approaches. Etherton kicks it away, and whistles blow again. Offside against Valley.
Well, they'll go back to the original 40-yard line now, and they'll kick it again.
The Donahue Physical Therapy High School game of the week. We got a pretty good one tonight, 28-27 Aggies, with 7:42 to go in the third quarter. Don't forget our post game tonight. It'll be Pigskin Roundup. Mickey Shadricks and John Holder and myself and others among the cast giving you highlights from across the area tonight, including the South Talladega County football report. All of that 10:30 tonight. Live high school football coverage from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga on a Friday night. This is Friday the 13th.
Ooh, scary, is it not?
High short kick that's going to be taken in at the 10-yard line. And with it is Keith. And Keith is tackled at about the 25-yard line, making the 28-yard line. I think was that Ridgeway? Yeah, Ridgeway on the kickoff.
Number
return.
5?
Yeah. So it'll be a first down for Sylacauga at their own 28-yard line with a penalty flag down. That'll help the Aggies out some. I don't know if that's a major distance or 5 yards.
Looks like major.
You mark off 5. So here's Sylacauga with the first down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Wilson. Running room for Mickey. Mickey bounces off a tackler. He's still loose. There he goes again. Mickey in a foot race. And what a nice move from Mickey for the touchdown.
Man.
What a great move. 66 yards.
Boy, howdy.
Just like in the first half.
Yep, scored on the first offensive play.
That little stutter step kind of
left him wondering where he went.
Yep. So the point after will follow. Sylacauga up 34-27. Decarius Mickey with 2 long touchdown runs. Point after is up and good. So with 7:24 in the third quarter, Sylacauga 35 and Valley 27. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47, the Alabama Cable Network.
Do you need photo or video services for a special event? Shoot First Media does that. Need promotional materials for your product or instructional videos for your industry? Shoot First Media does that too. Need help editing and reproducing your own photos or videos? Or how about transferring those old home movies from tape or film? You guessed it, Shoot First Media does that. For these and many other services, call Shoot First Media today at 256-404-1587.
A powerful run by Decarius Mickey put Sylacauga up 35-27 and looked like he's going to be tackled. He broke out of a potential tackler and went down the sideline.
Well, he was hit not too long after he got the football. He broke that tackle, and I was really impressed with the move he put on down there around the 15-yard line.
Sylacauga kicking it away, and that one goes near the sideline to about the 15, And Steve Coker with the kickoff return. He's across the 25 to the 26. Bailey Ward helping out on the tackle. Rusty Kraft there. Kraft's made a lot of tackles tonight.
Yes, he has. Well, now it's going to start all over again for the Valley Rams. You know, in reality, Jim, they've had the ball half of the third quarter almost. And Sylacauga's had it for, what, one play?
Mm-hmm. Eerily reminding you of the first half.
Really?
Here's Bledsoe. He gives it off to Smith. Smith running room. Smith bulls his way across the 40 to the 43-yard line before he's tackled by DeMarco Campbell.
Campbell's made a lot of tackles.
And again, you know, this Smith guy, he's running 15 yards before he's touched. First down and 10 from the 43. Back to Smith.
Yeah, keep feeding that big horse.
He goes across the 45 to the 47.
And Devontae Green rides him down.
Pick up of about 4. 35-27 Sylacauga, 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Four-man defensive line for Sylacauga. Smith again, same spot. He's tackled for no gain again by big number 44, and that's Devontae Green.
He's been in on a lot of stops, and it's going to bring up third down and 5. I don't know, Jim, where they're going, and this may be 4-down territory where they are.
We'll see here on third down and 5. Josh Bledsoe, the quarterback. He's going to throw it and fires, incomplete, and the receiver had just turned, and Bledsoe threw it a little quickly, and Booker couldn't get to it. So it's fourth down.
Bledsoe must be the punter too, but Coach Daniel says maybe my defense can't stop him. We might as well go for this.
You're getting a long look from the sideline.
They up to go.
He was in this position earlier and kicked it. Sylacauga, that's what they're going to do this time. They tried to draw Sylacauga offside, and that time Sylacauga didn't bite, so they'll kick it. End over end punt that's going to hit inside the 10, and look at that thing die at the 5-yard line. Wow.
Good punt.
That thing hit and went west.
6-yard line.
I guess that's west, isn't it?
I think that is north, is it not?
Well, it was north when he kicked it, but it kicked to the west after it hit.
Well, let's go with northwest.
That's what I said. Northwest.
Northwest.
In any event, it's first and 10 for the Aggies deep in their own territory, the 5. So Sylacauga trying to get out of a hole here, leading 35-27. Here's Wilson with Mickey behind him. And they ride it off to Mickey, and Mickey's got a yard, maybe. And they fumble the football, and so Valley says they've got it. But the official said it's on the ground. Didn't look like a clean handoff.
No.
Fortunately for Sylacauga, the play was ruled dead, so it's second down and still basically 10. Wilson will take the snap, and penalty flags are down. Sylacauga says against Valley. Offside. Wow. That'll help the Aggies out a little bit across the 10 now. Senior quarterback Keaton Wilson looking to throw. Fires, and it's wide at about the 20-yard line, trying to get the pass to Taylor. It'll bring up third down.
What a shot in the arm it would be for the Ram defense if they can make Sylacauga punt it out of this hole they're in.
We've seen Wilson keep it at times like this, but he gives it off to the big guy, and he breaks one tackle, but he can't get to the 15. That is Decarius Mickey, but you talk about a hard runner. He is that. Fourth down. About 3 yards short of the first down. So Valley should get pretty good field position here.
You know what happened last time Sylacauga punted?
See, the distance is not as far this time as it was the last time, as far as from center to punter. Good snap this time, kicking it out of there. Poor kick.
Oh, poor kick.
And it takes an Aggie bounce, fortunately. Die still at a 35-yard line, 34-yard line. So
great field position for the Rams to start this drive with 3:58 left in the third quarter.
Bailey Ward had a tough time getting that off his foot.
Yeah, he did.
So Valley, trailing 35-27 with 3:58 to go in the third quarter, has football. They come back with DJ Dunn at quarterback. He's a running quarterback. Now he just flips it out in the flat and running room to the 26-yard line.
That's Milliner.
Booker, he's caught 4 or 5 balls tonight with that reception.
I don't know if Milliner just giving him a lot of room off the ball. He is.
2nd and a yard. They throw it on the other side this time, and that is Coker. Coker's got the first down of the 19-yard line. So they just threw it to the opposite side.
I'm telling you.
But it's hard to stop those little passes like that. Very difficult.
Well, Sylacauga's they either going to have to come up and play bump and run with them. And I think you see the defensive back moving up now a little bit.
Dunn gives it to Smith. And Smith is inside the 15 all the way to the 10. Here comes another penalty flag.
Face mask, Sylacauga. Not good.
Tackle on at least 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 5. Just outside the 5. But here comes Valley again.
Well, they've had outstanding field position here in the third quarter.
Hutchison at fullback, and here's Smith off right tackle. He's near the goal line. He's in for the score. 35-33. Let's see if Valley goes for 2 here.
Somewhere along the way they're going to have to.
But their extra point guys coming in.
I guess Coach Daniels just don't think it's late enough in the ball game to be going for 2.
Not many people would have believed Sylacauga up 28-7, and they're fighting for their lives now.
Really? But you got to tip your hat a little bit to the Valley Rams.
Etherton with a kick. And it's up and looks good, and it is good. 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. Sylacauga 35, Valley 34. Back to Legion Stadium, the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week right after this.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Valley climbs within 1 point, 35-34, with 2:55 to go in the third quarter, and Sylacauga, with that poor punt, gave Valley great field position. They capitalized.
Well, you know, they've had outstanding field position here in the second half. Sylacauga runs one play and scores, and then I think they've only run about 4, 5, 6 plays here in the third quarter.
Etherton to kick it away. It's a long, tall kick. That's going to go into the end zone. It'll be first down, Sylacauga.
He got all of that one, did he not?
So special teams, you'd have to give it to Valley right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at the 20-yard line, Sylacauga really going to have to scrap, leading 35-34 with a rejuvenated Valley Ram team that was down 28-7 in the second quarter. Here's Wilson with Mickey in the backfield. Wilson keeps it off left end. Wilson is bumped, goes across the 30 to the 31. He'll have a first down.
Good run by the quarterback.
Sylacauga needs that.
Yes, they do. Dunn in on the stop for the Rams.
Valley may not have a lot of foot speed, but boy, they make up with tenacity and strength. Here's Mickey, and Mickey's taken down behind the line of scrimmage at the 28. That's Booker helping out on the stop.
Darrell Dunn again on the stop for the Rams.
That'll be a loss.
Tried to run to the right side and right side of the Sylacauga offensive line, and just didn't work. Wilson keeps it. Wilson's got the 34, and that's all.
Going to bring up fourth down.
He's going to be third down.
He did third down.
Yeah.
Third down and about 9.
Minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Sylacauga leading 35-34. Wilson to throw it this time. He's getting some pressure. And he's in trouble now. Throws on the run, and it is caught up at the 47-yard line. Nice catch by Dalen Keith. That'll be an Aggie first down. That's a big play.
Yeah, again, good job by, getting some more time by scrambling around and getting time to throw the football.
So Keith with the big catch, and the Aggies have it at their own 46-yard line with 70 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
There's that red old big old
Not
90.
that time. Not that time.
He said, whoa.
Mickey just kind of burrowed up in the middle of Big 90. No gain. You got 90, you got 99. Those kind of big tackles.
Tucker.
Sylacauga with a 2nd and 10. two backs now in there, and this time it's Ridgeway, and Ridgeway didn't get much either.
That big old 90 again just plugged the hole up.
Ridgeway at center.
And then 99 finished the deal.
That's going to end the third quarter with Sylacauga with a third down and long as we get ready to go in the fourth quarter with the Aggies leading 35-34. This is the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week from Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Some things change and some things don't. From the beginning, Wright Tire and Service has been all about quality products and first-class service. From great tires at a super price to the expert car service that you want for your family. Oil changes, front-end alignment, brake work, and much more. You can count on our experienced professionals to give you quality work at a fair price. Tires and a whole lot more at Wright Tire and Service on West Fort Williams next to Robo Motors.
Kusa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Kusa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Kusa Valley Medical Center. The Allen Companies of Sylacauga, with 3 locations to serve you: Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. For all your convenience store needs, ice, drinks, snacks, and of course, some of the lowest priced gasoline at the pumps. It's the Allen Companies of Sylacauga. Highway 511, Highway 280, and Main Avenue. It's the Allen Company convenience stores.
Back to Legion Stadium in Sylacauga. Jimmy Dale along with Jimmy Toots Holmes, and 35-34. Sylacauga with a 1-point advantage, but Valley is tightening it up here in the second half.
They sure are. This whole thing, momentum, after that snap over the punter's head, the momentum has shifted to the Valley Rams. Although Sylacauga did go 66 yards on one play to maintain a lead.
If you think about it, Sylacauga's really only had 2 big offensive plays. One on the pass play a little earlier, and then that big 66-yard run by Mickey early in the third quarter. So here's a big play here, third down and basically 10. Wilson under center. He's got Mickey in the backfield with him. Ridgeway slips back there now too. And we'll run a little reverse, and Valley wasn't fooled. They drive the running back, Keith, back deeper in the backfield, and they force him out of bounds. It'll be fourth down.
Now then Sylacauga can flip the field position if they get a good punt out on this play.
DJ Dunn wasn't fooled on that play at all, and he forced Keith to go deeper in the backfield and allowed help to get there. So it's fourth down and 8.
Bailey Ward will punt it away.
Bailey needs a good punt out of there this time. This one's kicked away, and it kicks to the side, goes inside the 20 to about the 18. So Valley will have it there, trailing 35-34 with 11:05 remaining in the football game. And what many people thought was going to be a runaway with Sylacauga, and after a 3-touchdown lead, just kind of evaporated. And now it's 35-34.
Well, it started out that way. Well, when the ball game started, we thought that the Valley Rams would just fold up pretense and just wait on the bus to take them home, but not be the case.
Not so. Veteran quarterback Josh Bledsoe. Fumble with football. Sylacauga got it at the 15-yard line. What a gift. What a gift.
Cody Ham jumped on it for the Aggies.
Just a missed botched handoff. He was trying to get it to Smith. and it just fell on the ground, and Ham is there to fall on it for the Aggies at the Valley 15-yard line. Another big play.
This time by the Aggie defense.
So first down for the Aggies at the Valley 15-yard line, leading 35-34. Here is Wilson, and they're coming this way to Mickey. Mickey stringing it outside inside the 10, 5, 4-yard line, first and goal. When Sylacauga has needed a big play, number 31 has provided it.
That's not a bad choice to go to.
Decarius Mickey. First down and goal for the Aggies at the 4-yard line. Wilson keeps it himself. Touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run by Keaton Wilson. And Sylacauga increases their lead to 41-34. So that fumble was a big break for Sylacauga.
This could be this old thing called momentum shifting back to the red-shirted Sylacauga Aggies.
By the way, we talked earlier about the possibility of Pete Story being on this official team. He is out there tonight.
Oh, yeah, I did see it.
Here's a point after by Riley Keith. Low snap. And it is up and good. Good job by the holder, and that is Lane Strickland to get that ball on the tee. 10:36 to go in the game, and Sylacauga with a 42-34 lead over the Valley Rams. Back to Legion Stadium after this. At Fort Williams Pharmacy, you won't find motor oil, garden hoses, or mountain climbing gear. No, they don't have that. What they do have is a professional, friendly staff that understands your needs. Filling prescriptions is their primary business, and they take it seriously. They also have a drive-through window for your convenience and free local delivery. Most of all, Fort Williams Pharmacy knows your time is valuable, so when it's time to fill your prescriptions, you need it done fast, friendly, and accurately. Fort Williams Pharmacy, our family, caring for your family. Sylacauga with a 42-34 lead over the Valley Rams with 10:36 to go in regulation. Keith kicks it away, and this time it is picked up by Dunn, and Dunn is tackled hard at the 28.
Well, now you're going to see, Jim, if the momentum has shifted back to the side of the home team, Sylacauga, or will the Valley Rams suck it up and go again?
Holdsclaw on the special teams for Sylacauga, helping out on the stop at the 29-yard line. Bledsoe and Smith in the backfield. Bledsoe gives to Smith. Smith tripped up as he crosses the 30 to the 32.
Blade of grass must have got him.
Got him. That'll do it every time. Cody Ham had good penetration, but Smith gains 4. At the 32. Off to Smith again, and nice job defensively that time. Coming in to make a nice stop is Zane Smith, number 55.
Pretty good job there by the Aggie defense. Going to bring up 3rd down and long.
The Aggies bring in Christian Jones along with Taylor Strickland. Sophomore Strickland, the senior is Jones. Bledsoe getting that play in from the Valley sideline. Smith the lone setback. Bledsoe to throw, and he's got Smith wide open down the middle of the field. Inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And Smith just slipped out of the backfield, and Bledsoe found him. I mean, that was a nice throw.
Yes, it was. Campbell on the stop. And now then, the Rams has sort of flipped his field position.
8:51, the clock running, with the Aggies leading 42-34. Play clock down to 5. They're going to have to hurry. They're going to have to get a timeout, and that could cost them later in the game. 8:29 to go in the football game. Sylacauga leading Valley 42-34. This is a Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week on TV 47 of the Alabama Cable Network.
Curtis & Son Funeral Home has been around since 1975, and we are committed to being there for the people of this area. At Curtis & Son, we understand that funerals can be a financial burden. We never want price to determine what funeral home you choose. We will gladly match any other funeral home's prices, including casket stores and cemeteries. We do this in honor of the hundreds of families we have served in the past. It is only fair that we do a little extra to make sure you know we will be there when you need us most.
Big throw and catch from quarterback Bledsoe to the halfback, and that's Smith, who slipped into secondary and was wide open.
Nobody close to him.
38-yard line, 1st and 10, and they go back to Dunn at quarterback now. Dunn, a keeper all the way, and he didn't get much.
Daryl Dunn at right guard.
Vontae Graham there to make the stop.
And Rusty Kraft also in on the stop for the...
So, second down.
Gain of
and
1.
9. And this time, want to throw it and throw into coverage, almost intercepted. So, third down.
Manson. Graham on the stop for the, or broke the pass up for the Aggie defense.
Dunn goes out and Bledsoe back in. Here's Bledsoe rolling. That's that little delay, and they drop it again. Let's see who got it. Sylacauga's right there at it, and they do have it. Recovered by Chase Ivy.
Huge break for the Aggies.
You know, we'd seen that play work several times before tonight, but not this time. So Sylacauga with 7:35 to go with the football in the lead, 42-34. Nothing doing. Now he bounces off a tackler just like he's done. There he goes again. Mickey, foot race. Wow. Mickey, another touchdown. 59 yards. And he was hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Broke free just like we've seen him do other times tonight. So that's 59, 66, and 60 yards he's had runs tonight, along with
just some intermediate carries.
All right. So the Aggies open it up 48-34. 2 turnovers that really hurt Valley here in the second half. They fumbled inside their own 10 and then fumbled with a good drive going in, and Sylacauga converts on it.
And it didn't take them long.
Extra point to come. Here's Riley Keith.
He's been perfect.
And he continues to be.
Remains that way.
7:21 remaining in the football game. Sylacauga opens it up 49-34 over the Valley Rams. Back to Legion Stadium after this.
Ron Johnson has been serving the people in the Kusa Valley for over 38 years. As a voice for the citizens of District 33, he has been a champion for the schools and their athletic programs. Ron Johnson proudly supports the teams competing every Friday night here in District 33. So good luck and have a great season.
The Curious Mickey with a career night tonight running the football for Sylacauga.
He's got to be bumping 200 yards.
Well, he had runs of 66, 60, and what was the other one?
I thought that one was 61. I could be wrong, but
you're right, it was. And kick taken in and fumbled at the 5, trying to pick it up. Now it rolls into the end zone.
that's a touchback.
I think the kick returner kind of lost the football.
He did.
So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I think Omo has slipped the red shirts back on.
So Valley will have to go to work, trailing by 2 scores, 7:16 to go in the game.
They need some of them quick strikes that like Sylacauga has done to them.
Bledsoe's played pretty well tonight, as has Smith, the running back. And they throw it out in the flat. And down the sideline, another foot race.
That could be one of those quick strikes.
Inside the 15-yard line. And that is Booker again. My goodness.
Milliner getting up off the...
Yeah. Milliner has to run him down the other side of the field.
No.
His first down right at the 10-yard line. That didn't take long.
No, it did not. About 70 yards worth.
Here's Smith. Smith battles to the 5.
See Green getting up off the bottom of the stack.
So second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Bledsoe to Smith again. A good block by Hutchison to lead the way to the 2-yard line. 6.5 the clock running. 49-34, but Valley threatening to score again.
And Green again getting up off the bottom of the stack.
Back to Smith we go. Smith short of the goal line at about the 1. That'll bring up 4th down.
Using a lot of precious time.
Sylacauga can make a stop here on 4th and goal.
Chase Ivy in on the stop.
5:52 and timeout on the field as Sylacauga calls a timeout this time. 5:49 to go. The Aggies leading 49-34. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Town and Country Cleaners, West Fort Williams and Sylacauga, Cherokee Road in Alexander City, understand the business of life. Your dry cleaning is our specialty, whatever the season may be. Mondays, 5 laundry shirts, $8.25. Tuesday, 2-piece suits, $6.50. Wednesday, regular dresses, $6.50 each. And Wednesday and Thursday, pants, $3.25 each. From uniforms for officers to cheerleaders to band, we handle them all. Town and Country Cleaners, Sylacauga and Alexander City. From our friendly staff, we say
thank you.
Sylacauga with a timeout to get their defense aligned correctly on this 4th down and goal. And a big play here midway in the 4th quarter.
Ball inside the 1.
See if the Aggies can keep them out of the end zone. They have ridden Smith, Valley has, this whole drive almost, outside of the one big pass play. So we got a 4th and goal, working out of the I set. And Valley moved.
Just movement.
Wow. That'll cost them 5. So do you kick the field goal here?
I don't think so.
What's the score? No, wouldn't work. I think they are going to kick it.
Once again, that just goes to show what I know. Nope.
They're going to go for it on 4th down and goal. Bledsoe rolling right. Now he's going to throw across the field into the corner of the end zone, intercepted. He threw it right in the hands of Keith, and Keith's down the sideline. One man to beat. Keith all the way to the 35-yard line.
That's a drive stopper.
He threw that right in his hand.
Yeah, it did.
Tootsie should have kicked the field goal.
That would have still been a 2-score game.
Hey, got some points out of it. So I think penalty flags are down 2 here.
Is it going to be a celebration?
Double fouls against Valley. Personal foul was one of them.
The ineligible receiver is the other one.
You reckon he's trying to throw to that tackle again?
I don't know. Personal foul call against Sylacauga.
That wasn't what he originally said. He pointed both fouls against Valley.
Yes, he did.
I don't know if they're going to mark off 15 now against Valley or not.
Well, if it was an ineligible receiver downfield, they'll decline that.
That is that call.
That's declined.
Sylacauga will have the football.
Yep.
But back at their 19-yard line. So the Aggies will have it in command now, 49-34 with 5:29 to go in the game. They can bleed some minutes off the clock.
Yes, they can. They hadn't been doing it. They've been doing it in a hurry.
Here comes Mickey. Mickey, look at this guy run. Look at this guy. Wow. Across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That is hard running by the Carius Mickey. He's one of those guys that he don't put all them elbow pads on or stuff like that. He's just tough.
Straps it on, said, let's go.
Yep. Clock under 5 minutes now. Sylacauga beginning to milk that clock down before the snap. Second down and 2. Wilson almost dropped it and gives to Mickey. Mickey is held up at the line of scrimmage and then pushed back.
He was backing, got turned around and was backing down the field.
They almost dropped that handoff. So it's third down now and 2.
Marquez took it. Makes the stop for the Rams.
Approaching 4 minutes to go in the game. Sylacauga 49, Valley 34. Keaton Wilson under center. Gives to Mickey, and Mickey is hit at the line of scrimmage and still fall forward across the 30.
He'll have his first down.
Yep. And that's just tough running by Decarius Mickey.
That right there may have done it.
How many times have we seen him get hit at the line of scrimmage and get positive yardage, even long touchdowns out of it?
Go back to that old thing called yak.
.340 to go, clock running. Sylacauga with a big region win tonight. Here's Mickey again. Both hands on the football to the 36-yard line. No doubt about it, Decarius Mickey is going to be your player of the game tonight.
No doubt about it. If he isn't, something's wrong.
3 to go. Sylacauga led 28-7. Valley got back to within 35-34. Sylacauga's opening it back up. Quarterback keeper with Wilson. And Wilson is taken down at the 39. Second down. Or I get third down and a yard. A little less than a yard. Sylacauga needs one more first down. They're bleeding that clock all the way down. Here's Mickey. Across the 45 to the 47. Another Aggie first down. Decarius Mickey well over 200 yards running the football tonight.
I'm really curious just to know what he does have, because it's got to be a ton.
Sylacauga with a key region win tonight. They're on the road next week, and another region matchup, and that one was against a Central Clay County club that is playing really well right now.
Yes, it'll be going to be a big hill for the Aggies.
Quarterback keeper, Wilson, all the way to the 30. Sylacauga will play Clay Central on the road and back to Legion Stadium in 2 weeks for the final regional game against Cleveland County, which is at the bottom of the barrel looking up in this particular region in 2017. So the Aggies pretty good shape to make the playoffs, at least as a 3 seed, maybe a 2 seed.
If they win out, it'll be a 2.
Yep. But winning at
Clay Central is going to be tough.
64 seconds to go in the game. There's Mickey again. Mickey is hit and tackled at the 25-yard line. Sylacauga run another play, and that should do it.
Wonder will they take a knee?
Well, I would imagine that if they don't, Coach Griff will be out there. They're in their victory formation. One final snap. And to the knee he goes, Keaton Wilson and Sylacauga with a tougher than thought 49-34 win over the Valley Rams. And Sylacauga had to work for this one tonight, Jimmy.
Boy, I'm telling you, it was a good football game. What started out to look like it's going to be a blowout, and the blowout just didn't blow out. Give the Valley Rams a lot of credit, Jim. They did not fold their tents. They stayed out there and really give Sylacauga a football game.
What a great game tonight by Decarius Mickey.
Yep. He did do a great job.
And,
the entire Sylacauga offense did a great job.
You put 49 points on the board, you're doing something right.
That's right. But he will not be pleased with giving up the 34. I know Matt Griffith well enough to know he will not be pleased with that.
Well, your final again, Sylacauga 49 and Valley 34. You've been watching the Donahue Physical Therapy High School Game of the Week. For Jimmy Holmes, I'm Jim Adele Abrams. For Jeff and Robert and all our folks back at TV 47 and the Alabama Cable Network, thank you for watching tonight. Hope you have a fantastic weekend.